Hello everyone, my name is Alexey, and today we will talk about an interesting and actually very useful hook in React, useLayoutEffect. Unfortunately, I've noticed that many software engineers working with React don't know about this hook, what problems it can help to solve, and even how it works. Today, I'm here to show you the problem you can meet using useEffect and how you can solve it using useLayoutEffect. Moreover, I will compare useEffect and useLayoutEffect, show the difference in their work and the main idea. Please like, and let's get started. Okay, let's start with introduction and what I have here. So here I have just a simple React application with a single component to show you the difference between useEffect and useLayoutEffect. Yes, I have here mock users array with two users with corresponding IDs, names, and property is admin. So for Alex is admin is true, for Maria is false. Also, I have two states here. First state is responsible for handling the user, and second state is responsible for handling is admin state for showing is user is admin in layout. Also, then, I have here a piece of code which is responsible for slowing down the rendering, imitating heavy operations which could be performed in time of component render. I've added it here to simulate real-life situation in which you have a lot of logic in your component. Below, I have useEffect, which is listening user and changes is admin property depends on user's property. Here I must say that if you have the situation when you have to update one property based on another property, you have to use derived state, and I have video about it. Check the description and please fix it in your code if you have a similar situation. Yes, but here we will leave it for an example. Imagine we are in huge project and we are going to fix the rendering problem, not the refactor the whole component. Below, we have select user function. So I can pass here an ID, then I will find user with this ID in mock users array, and then I will set corresponding user to state, to this state, yes? And also I have simple layout. Here I am displaying user data such as name, user ID, and is admin property. So if user is admin, yes. And also I have here just loop map. I am rendering buttons for each user, and you will click corresponding button and you will change the state. So on click, I will select corresponding user. Yes, let me show you what we have in layout. Okay, let's move to the browser. And in browser, I have my application with user data and with buttons to change users. Let me change user from Alex to Maria and from Maria to Alex. And we can see that we have rendering problem here. Please note, please pay your attention to the admin property. So I'm updating information from Alex to Maria. So I instantly have updated name and user ID, but property is admin is not synced first time. I have blink, but it should not happen. The same thing with Alex. So we need somehow to fix this situation and sync update of our properties. So name, user ID, and admin properties should update in one time, and we don't have to see blink like here. Yes? First of all, let's figure out why we have this blink and how to fix that. Amazing. Let's figure out why we have render bug in our app. Let's move to the code. Here I must say that useEffect hook is a sync. It doesn't block the render of the component and all of the existing layout. So like this JS6. Yes? React is going to run code in useEffect, but not in synchronous way. Someone later. It's crucial point and you have to understand it working with React. Okay, let's take a step-by-step look at how our functions work in the component and what happens when a new user is selected. So in button, we are firing on click event, and then we are calling select user function with our user ID. Then we find our user in mock users array, and then setting new user. Yes, here we will trigger component to re-render, and component re-renders from the start with a new user. It means that this heavy code will run, and after that In useEffect, code inside, so this function, will be scheduled to run. Again, useEffect is async. Then the code below will be executed and new layout will be shown to the user. So we will see updated name and updated user ID. Yes? Only after new render, code inside useEffect, so this code, will work. And we will set new isAdmin flag. Yes? It will update the state. It will trigger re-render, so our component will be re-rendered again from the start with new isAdmin value. We will run this heavy code, move below, and only on this step we will have updated admin field and correct admin field for a specific user will be displayed. Yes? So I've described the process, why we have bug in render and how code is working now. But we have to solve this bug. So let's move to the solution. The answer is pretty simple. We have to use useLayoutEffect instead of useEffect here. Okay, I will import useLayoutEffect from React. And I will replace useEffect with useLayoutEffect here. So useLayoutEffect. Then let's go to our app and let's check will we have our bug or not. So now we can switch users, so from Alex to Maria, and from Maria to Alex, from Alex to Maria, from Maria to Alex. As we can see, we don't have bug in our app. All values are synced. We got rid of the problem. We got rid of this blink. So Alex, Maria, Alex, Maria, Alex, Maria, Alex, Maria. Cool. We don't have blink. But at the same time, maybe you've noticed that the render is a bit slower. Now let's figure out why and what price did we pay to fix this bug. Amazing, let's move to the code, and first of all I want to talk with you about useLayoutEffect structure. So you have to provide here two arguments. First argument is effect function, which will be executed when a specific entity in array will be changed. So structure is the same as in useEffect, yes? But useEffect and useLayoutEffect have a big difference. And the main difference is that useEffect is asynchronous and useLayoutEffect is synchronous. And now I want to explain you why this fact helps us to solve our problem. To show you the difference between useEffect and useLayoutEffect, I need now go through the process of selecting user again, but with useLayoutEffect. So we are triggering onClick event and calling select user function with user ID. We will find our user and we'll set our user into the state. Here we will trigger re-render. Now our component will be re-rendered, the whole function will be executed with new user. Yes, it means that this heavy code will be executed and the code below is useLayoutEffect. With useEffect, this function will be scheduled, but with useLayoutEffect, we will run this function synchronously because our user was changed. And now we won't proceed below and render our layout. We will return to start of our function because we've changed state here and we must re-render our component. We will return to the start of our function and we will execute this code again. With new user, with new value isAdmin. Also, we will execute this heavy code, yes, and then we will proceed below, and finally, we will have updated name, updated user ID, and updated admin value. That's the main difference between useEffect and useLayoutEffect. So, on first render, code will stop here, change state, and start function execution, so like re-rendering of our component again. Okay, we've solved our problem, and now we can switch between our users without blinking admin property. Yes? But I want to show you the part of React documentation, and in useLayoutEffect docs, we have a pitfall. So React developers say to us, useLayoutEffect can hurt performance, prefer useEffect when possible. Yes, it makes sense, because if you will have heavy operation inside of useLayoutEffect function, it will block a rendering process. So your page will be blocked. And it can hurt performance, it can hurt user experience. Please remember about it and use useLayoutEffect only in corner cases, when you need to synchronize two states, as in example I showed you today. In another situations, please use useEffect hook as usual. Okay, please remember about it, because it's really crucial for performance and for user experience. Okay, today we look at the useLayoutEffect hook. I show you what the problem it can solve, how it works, and in what cases it is correct to use it. Also, I've compared it with useEffect. Please like, subscribe, stay tuned. Please follow my channel, follow my GitHub, follow my Telegram channel, and suggest your ideas for the next videos. Bye!